some baby wipes. Step one is to get some boiling water. I usually do about 4 cups. I'm sure you could get away with 3, but you know, I'd rather have wet wipes than wipes with some dry spots. Promise I'm not peeing. Just gonna add a little bit more. Okay. While we're waiting for that to boil, I like to use this tray and of course a measuring cup so that you can measure the water. And then your wipes, I get these off of Amazon. I'll put a link for that. I will mention there's 3 different options on Amazon. I saw it's the one that says 1,000 count. Those are the ones you're gonna want to get if you want to fit them in these, which I'll also link. These are also on Amazon. And then I got this coconut oil from Costco, but you can get that off Amazon too if you don't go to Costco. And pure castile soap. I like this because it has good ingredients and it's organic. All the ingredients are organic, and that's what's gonna be best for baby's bum. But the nice thing about this is you can, you know, alter it, you know, if you want. Like instead of coconut oil, you could use, what's it called? Beef tallow. And, you know, you can use a different soap if you prefer a different soap. I've seen some people even use essential oils. You just want to be careful about that and make sure you don't do too much. But yeah, it's just a nice way to make your baby some healthy, clean wipes. You know what the ingredients are. The best part is it doesn't take very long. It's probably just taking me longer because I'm explaining and making a video out of it. But water's good. All right, so I like to start, I'd say you probably could do a tablespoon or even less of the soap. Really don't need that much, it goes a long ways. So I'll just do a little bit of that. I eyeball it at this point. And then our coconut oil. I like to do a tablespoon or even 2. This is antibacterial, fungal, and just good for baby's skin. So the dog hair really gets everywhere. Okay. You really can't go wrong eyeballing it, but if you want to be exact, you know, you can of course do that. So now I got that in there. And now I'm just gonna add the water. The water boiling is good for, you know, killing if any bad bacteria that could be in there, especially if you're using tap water. You know, there's fluoride and some harsh chemicals in there. You want to kind of get some of that out. And then, of course, helps you melt that coconut oil so that it can be evenly distributed. Let's see here. I'm going to use a different spoon. I'm just going to give it a little stir to quicken up the process. On a regular day, I'll just kind of wait an extra couple minutes for it to melt rather than stirring it in. And I'll just, you know, do other stuff around the kitchen, but for video's sake, we're going to stir it. All right. So I can fit 3 of these in here at a time. But to get the water all over the wipe at once, or I should say all over the wipes without leaving any dry spots, I like to take 1 1/2, start with that, and then I'll just pour it all over there. Now I know for sure that this side, or this half, is pretty good. And that's hot. And then these ones ready. And I'm even gonna just go like this. I'm sure there's a better way of going about this. I find that this is easy enough. Nora's whining in the background. Levi's got her, don't worry. I heard that, Nora. Okay. With my experience so far, at this point, Nora is like about 4.5 months old, and she has had a little bit of a bum rash one time. It was very minimal, but it was during the heat of the summer, and I think she was getting real sweaty, and I hadn't changed her diaper quick enough. So, but that was my only experience with that so far, and other than that, she's been doing great. And she healed from that super fast. Just put a little extra coconut oil straight on her, and that seemed to help. And of course, airing, you know, not keeping her in a diaper 24/7. That's always helpful too. Get them some fresh air. All right. Okay. And just to be sure that the water gets all over, I'll kind of pat these down, squish the water out, and then flip them. And that usually does the trick. This one. Okay. And then usually these are pretty warm, so I don't put them in these bags right away, but I will go ahead and put one in here and show you what it looks like. So you can see this isn't dripping, but I can tell these are well soaked. So in it goes. Zip her up. Yeah, I really like these. These are really nice. Got easy little pop off, and then you just pull them out when you need them. And I usually, like I said, only do 3 at a time, sometimes 6, but I don't know that I do more than that just to keep them nice and fresh. So there you have it. Homemade baby wipes. Baby's gonna have a nice shiny butt.